Hello everyone, our dear and loyal subscribers. You may have noticed that in every video, the same silhouette appears, the same shadow. Someone is following our beloved piglets. Very strange and scary. We also notice that in the episodes where Peppa receives strange letters, or when texts are scratched onto trees, or written in a fast, messy handwriting, it's always the same handwriting. Let's compare the silhouettes from past videos. For example, the one in the window and the one in the water. They do look similar, right? The silhouette in the hallway and the one in the forest. They're the same. So it seems that Peppa, George, and their family are being followed by some kind of monster, and not just them. In recent videos, we've seen that even Susie Sheep has started noticing strange things happening at her house. It's all so weird and mysterious, isn't it? Let's try to guess. What is this shadow? Why is it following our lovely little friends? Maybe it's someone's prank. Or maybe it's me. The very same shadow. Deleted Peppa Pig episode Madame Gazelle's Virus, which was never showed on TV. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see more interesting videos. One day at kindergarten, Madame Gazelle came in very pale and silent. She didn't smile, didn't sing, didn't tell stories. Instead, she just stood and stared at the children without blinking. "Madame Gazelle, are you okay?" Peppa asked. The teacher didn't respond. She only whispered softly, "You will become like me too." The next day, George started coughing. His skin turned gray and he began walking strangely, slowly, dragging his feet. Daddy Pig said it was just a cold. But soon, Mummy Pig got sick too. Then Susie, then Daddy. The eyes of the infected turned cloudy. They stopped talking. They only whispered, "The virus is inside. It's hungry." Peppa hid under the bed and kept a diary. On the last day, her entries looked like this. "Mummy bit Daddy. George is knocking at the door. I don't want to open it." The final entry was written at 3:47 a.m. They're inside. Since then, Peppa Pig's house has stood empty. But sometimes, if you go near the window, you can still hear P-E-Pa-A. Join us. Deleted Peppa Pig episode Peppa's Nighttime Adventure, which was never showed on TV. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see more interesting videos. One summer, Peppa, George, and Susie went camping with Daddy Pig. They set up tents in the forest, built a campfire, and roasted marshmallows. "Tonight we sleep under the stars," Daddy Pig said cheerfully. "Can we tell a scary story?" Susie suggested. Daddy Pig told them a tale about the forest shadow, a creature that appears in the darkest corners of the woods and mimics those who notice it. Everyone shivered a bit, but then they laughed and went to sleep. Night. The moon hid behind the clouds. It was dark. Peppa woke up to a rustling sound. "Who's there?" she whispered. Silence. Only the faint rustle of grass. She peeked out of the tent. The fire had burned out and the forest felt different, too quiet. Even the crickets were silent. Then, movement. Between the trees, Peppa saw a silhouette. It was standing exactly like her. Then it lifted its arm. At the same time, Peppa did. "Is that my reflection?" she thought. But there was no water, no glass, just the forest. And that figure, it looked like a pig, but something was off. Peppa backed into the tent, breathing fast. She shook George awake. Someone's out there. It's copying me. George peeked outside, and the figure was closer now. He screamed. Daddy Pig jumped out of the tent with a flashlight. The beam lit up the trees, and the figure vanished. "There's no one there, kids. Must have been your imagination," Daddy Pig said, though his voice was shaking a little. Morning. The sun was shining, birds were singing. It was as if the night had never happened. But while they packed up, Peppa walked over to a tree and saw a drawing scratched into the bark, a silhouette with her shape, and underneath it, a message. "Let's play again tonight.